Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be going in and furnishing our planet village. If you missed the first video where we designed the exterior, I will link that video in the description. So I think we're just going to go in planet order and start here with Mercury. And this is all the room we've got in this house. It is very small. So I think we'll start in this main area and make it kitchen, living, and dining. And we can just go with a neutral gray here and maybe this flooring. And Mercury is supposed to represent like intelligence and things like that. So I want this to be a more like studious looking build. I'm thinking we can use the Realm of Magic kitchen counters. And I think we stay Realm of Magic with our fridge and oven. And this looks a little crowded, but Sims can actually prep on that corner piece there. I think we go dining table back here. We can maybe use this little Love Struck one and just have it be this little dining set there in the corner. I do think we'll have to fit our living room here, but I don't want our couch like right in front of our door. This house is so small. Okay, what we might be able to do is put a love seat here, like this one from base game, and then fit a tiny TV on this wall. Not the tiny living TV. I hate this TV with every fiber of my being. But we could maybe do just like the little get to work one and have this be our living room. All right, so then this really small area will be our kitchen, living, dining for Mercury. And then I'll go off camera and clutter it up. All right, and then all cluttered up, here is our dining room. We added some bookshelves up there, a trash can. We have our little living room area right here, and then our kitchen over there. And that's actually going to be it for our kitchen, living, dining. So now we can move over here into the bedroom. And for the bedroom, obviously we're gonna stay gray. And I like this, it looks really like studious. For flooring, I almost want to go something like this. And I think we'll have this be our main bed area. I'm gonna start with a double bed and see what we can fit. It might end up having to be a single bed though. See, I was kind of looking like something like this. I know for a fact I want this little area to be like a bookshelf. Maybe this Crystal Creations one. I think that's really pretty. And then I think maybe a desk here could be nice. And I might even do the blue there to tie that aspect in a little bit. As far as a dresser goes, we could maybe do this blue one to tie that in. Or maybe we can put the dresser here and do like a more sophisticated looking mirror here. We can do an end table that matches the dresser. And then this will be our loose Mercury bedroom. And I'll go in and add some clutter. All right, and then all cluttered up, here is our Mercury bedroom. So back there we have the bookshelf and the little desk area. And then over here, more kind of academic looking clutter. We've got the plants, the mirror, and then just like this area here with some more books and a little Batu clutter. So with this done, that will be our Mercury bedroom. And I will go and throw together a little bathroom. And then in here we have our bathroom and little toilet area. And with all of that complete, we can finish up our really small Mercury home. So now we can move over here to our Venus home. And with our layout here, this spot is unusable because it's where our pool is. But in live mode, I just think this looks really nice. So like, I'm cool with that. All right, so let's go in and get a TV here first. Maybe this bigger one, and we can size it down a little bit. Then I know exactly what couch we're going to. The one from Love Struck. This one, the lip one. And we'll put that there. I'll go in and get like the matching heart chair. And then we have our little seating area there, nothing major. We can come over here and do our kitchen maybe. Let's try these island living counters, maybe in this lighter swatch. Then we can go in and do our fridge, maybe this jungle adventure set. And this is my favorite kitchen set in the entire game. All right, so then let's go in and get a dining room table. We're gonna try to stay orange. Maybe this vibrant orange one from Love Struck. It's a little aggressively orange, but I think we can tie it in with other items. We can get some bright orange bar stools, and these ones also have the brown, which helps mute it a little bit. Maybe to tie in that color a little bit, we can throw a matching orange chair over here. All right, and so then this is our loose kitchen, living, dining here for Venus. And so I will go through and clutter it up. All right, and so then all cluttered up, here is our Venus kitchen, living, and dining. I really like those cabinets up there. And I tried to add like the VIP bucket to make it a little bit more romantic here. We've got the little orange heart above the door and a knitting area back here to tie in some of that orange. And so with that area finished, we can move over here to the bedroom. And we are gonna go straight to the heart bed. Maybe we even go like extra crazy and do this one, although it's clashing super hard with like the walls. Maybe we'll do this one. For a dresser, I feel like we could go with like this vibe, and then we could throw like a fun orange mirror in the corner. I also think it could be kind of funny to have the costume trunk in here. So then honestly, not being able to fit much else, this can be our loose Venus bedroom, and then I will go in and add the clutter. So then all cluttered up, here is our Venus bedroom. It's very Love Struck heavy. We've got some of those paintings around. And then I added the little meditation stool as a skill item. And then we have our costume trunk over there as well. And so this is not actually the end of our Venus home because I do want to put together a little area up here on the roof. And not anything crazy because our pool is literally super tiny. But I thought we could put some loungers out here. I thought maybe we could do a picnic table and a grill. And then just maybe like some more little seating here with a table. So then we have that as our little top balcony pool area. And we can move on over to our earth home. For our earth home, this actually goes very well with the fairy build I just did. I'm just going to make it look like earth to the best of my ability. We can do a little arch here to the greenhouse. All right, so in here, I'm a little worried about space, honestly. I feel like maybe in this corner we put like the world's tiniest dining room. And like honestly, this might be it for our earth dining room. If we get rid of this window, we can do a TV here with a little love seat under the stairs. We could do a little fireplace there. And then we have this little area for a kitchen. We are going to have to be very strategic here. Okay, super weird layout to have this right at your front door, but just bear with me. It doesn't mean we're necessarily leaving it there. Well, it might. Okay, wait. What if we do oven here, fridge here, and then we could do counters like this, maybe? Okay, there. As weird as it is, this is going to work for us. So then I'll come in here too, and we just want some plants in here, like ideally some taller ones. All right, so we've added some plants to our greenhouse here, and with this very tiny ground floor complete, I'll go in and add the clutter. All right, and then all cluttered up, here is our earth tiny home. We've got the dining room, kitchen area here. So I wanted this to be like a typical earth house. We've got the map up there, but I also wanted to really accentuate like the plant aspect, things like that. We've got our greenhouse, and here's kind of what it's looking like from the outside. And then we've got our little living room area here. And with that, we can go right upstairs. Again, very tiny. This is probably going to be a single bedroom. All right, I'm actually a little bit nervous about fitting like anything in here. We could maybe do this horse ranch bed, and maybe we lean into that horse ranch aesthetic because the furniture is so small. Then we can do like a little bit more rustic mirror here because we do also need a skill item. So maybe we do the flower arranging table. Okay, and that'll still be functional for Sims. So then I'll go off camera and clutter this up. I don't know that there's much to be done. All right, so all cluttered up, here is our earth room. I'm happy that we did get the flower arranging table in here. I tried to make it a little bit more planty, things like that. And then in here, we've just got our standard bathroom. So with our really small earth home done, honestly, I can't believe we fit all of the necessities in there. We can move over here to Mars. So for Mars here, I was thinking we could do a little entryway, but come in here and do the living room. We can throw a TV up there, and I definitely want to get a fireplace in here. Okay, love. We can also do a red sofa back here. Why do I not hate this like really red city living one? Let's put it here, and then we can do a black coffee table. I kind of like this one that looks like the rocks. Okay, cute. I think this is definitely where we put our kitchen, and I'm almost thinking black just to break it up a little bit. And being that this is a bigger kitchen, I say we do the island, and then we'll do our red accents here. We could just do like this little steel one with these black and red chairs, and maybe we'll replace this door here with an arch like this from Werewolves. Back here, I do think we could do some gym equipment. That feels like something that would be present in a Mars-themed home. And so with this main area done, we can go through and add the clutter. All right, so now coming in here, we have our entryway, and it's a little hard to see, but I just have the mirror and then a little light and shoe rack. Coming out of there, we have our gym and audio area, as well as our little living room over here. And then I did go in and build half walls to kind of close off our kitchen a little bit. So here's our kitchen as it stands now. And since Mars is known for having like extraterrestrial life, I did go ahead and add in some of our more alien looking things, but that's sort of how our kitchen turned out. I actually really like this kitchen. I'm pleasantly surprised. And then over on this side, we just have our little dining area. And so with this all complete with a very weird shell, we can go in and do our bedroom. Let's get our bed first. I kind of like this life and death one. We can go in and get some end tables. This is not always my favorite dresser, but I think we can use it here. And we can also use this really cute like divider mirror from City Living. I kind of want to find a spot for the woodworking table as our skill item. So maybe I'll put that here, and we can move our dresser here to the side. side. And then this will be our loose Mars bedroom. So I can go off and clutter it up. All right, so then all cluttered up, here is our Mars bedroom. I tried to put a lot of trophy decor and things up. We've got the woodworking table as a scale item and the dresser over there. And then I also just threw together this little bathroom. And with that all completed, we will actually skip over to the next planet in the solar system, which is Jupiter. For Jupiter, that has like the weirdest shell ever. Let's come in and build our kitchen. I'm thinking in this area here, or maybe back here, honestly. Let's use these orange counters. All right, so I have counters in an island in. I actually did kind of get carried away and already start cluttering. And I'm trying to do some of the more like opulent looking things because Jupiter is more known for that. I maybe want to make this little entrance area our living room. We are definitely using an art frame TV here. And I might do this love seat here. We definitely need a table there. And I'm not necessarily opposed to this huge one from Get Famous. And then I think we'll do our dining table back in here. Let's do something like this and get some fancier chairs. I'll maybe even just use these and make it the big full dining room. All right, so this will be our kitchen, living, and dining area for Jupiter. It's like golden orange is the idea. And then I will go through and finish cluttering it up. All right, so then all cluttered up, here is our dining room, kitchen area here. And then we move through our entryway to our living room here. And I just wanted it to be like this rich energy and also pretty spacious still. And then over here, I want to do like a ballroom. So I'm thinking we put this dance floor in here with maybe this record player. And then back here, do some tables like that. And then that'll be our little ballroom area. And I will go off and clutter this for Jupiter as well. And here's the final ballroom with all of the accents and things like that. So with the bottom floor done, I feel like we can come up here to the bedroom. And I made the bedroom the same wallpaper as the outside. So the bedroom is kind of our orange spot. And I know we want a more opulent bed, but is this one a little insane? I feel like it is. Let's do this one maybe. And then maybe we'll do an orange dresser here. And maybe we'll make this here like a mirror wall. Like that's cute. I kind of want to throw an ottoman at the end of the bed, but then the bed looks stupid. Let's do it with this one. That's cozy. I do think maybe we could put some living chairs here and put a big TV in here. They can afford it. Ooh, we can totally give them a massage chair next to like a little meditation poof as well. I like the idea of them having a little glow bar up here. And then maybe we also do like the gemology table. All right, and then this will be our loose Jupiter bedroom. It's really sparse right now, but I'm hoping clutter will help. So I'll go off screen and finish that up. All put together, here is our Jupiter bedroom. I absolutely love this one. I think it turned out so pretty. I love the bar. And then back here we have our desk, our gemology table, massage chair. And then I went in and threw together a little bit bigger of a bathroom. We've got a bathtub in there as well, and a little ottoman here. And then with Jupiter complete, we can come over to our Saturn home here. So let's do kitchen, living, and dining in here. I kind of want to put our TV here and do like this little stand under it. It looks so tiny. Maybe we get a bigger TV for Saturn. These are like our bigger planets. Let's do this instead with our tiny table. And I really like this muted white sofa to break up all the yellow. And this is sort of a bigger gap than I would like, but I think with the front door here, we don't need as much here. Like we could maybe do this table here though. Let's do kitchen here, and we can use our lovely country kitchen set. We can use the corresponding fridge and oven. All right, and then our dining table is just going to go in this big area here. I feel like this round one could be really cute for Saturn, and I love these like wicker chairs. Do we do the full 6? Actually, let's do it because I feel like it makes it look more round, and I want to use a lot of circles in this build. So then with loose kitchen, living, and dining done, I will go off camera and clutter this up. And then all cluttered up, here is our kitchen, dining room, and living area for Saturn. I'm also a big fan of this one. I love the circular table here. So then I also wanted to give Saturn a study. I feel like this is really pretty. We have all the windows, and that's so beautiful. And I don't want to cover them up, but I also want to get a good amount of bookshelves in here. I really like these from Life and Death, and I like that they're really skinny because I feel like I can get a bunch of them in here without us losing our windows. Okay, gorgeous. Back here, I feel like we could do a little reading nook area, and maybe here's where we go a little bit more yellow. Saturn totally gives me this like wicker chair vibe, and maybe we have like this in the middle. And so with our loose little study done, I will go clutter this up off camera. So here's how our study ended up turning out. It didn't add too much clutter, although I am excited I got to use one of these little chest lamps that I never do. And I just think it turned out really cozy. And then we'll come in through our hallway upstairs here to our bedroom. Also, I did just throw a treadmill in this hallway. For our bedroom here, I still want that like yellow or light brownish color. Wait, I'm kind of obsessed with this bed. Let's do this one. As far as a dresser goes, I really like this one. And we can do a mirror with it. I really want to get a chest table in here. I do want maybe another bookshelf here. And also Saturn is like giving travel, so we are putting the chest in here. I love these cozy like knit end tables potentially. Oh, and I did want a desk in here. We can maybe do this one. All right, and so then here will be our loose Saturn bedroom. And then I will go through and clutter this up. All cluttered up, here is our Saturn bedroom. I tried to add activities that were a little bit more like cerebral. We have the desk in here, the chess table, and then I did go in over here and just throw together a little bathroom. Again, a little bit more polished looking and has some counters on the sides there. So with Saturn done, let's move back over here to Uranus. So let's go in here and do kitchen, living, and dining. I think we do living room on this side. We can do our TV here. And Uranus is the planet of rebellion, so I would love to do things that are a little bit more like eclectically styled. I do love this for rent sofa, but maybe we do this weird looking like business and hobbies one. But I think we could also put some poofs here for people to watch. I think we do kitchen along this wall. And honestly, I feel like we could go enchanted by nature here and make it really like different and fun looking. Fridge and oven, I feel like we go white just as to not offset anything else. And I like this just sleek one. I think those look nice together. I think this is one where we could maybe section the kitchen off into like a breakfast bar. So what I'm doing is putting up these Moschino dividers. And the last time I did this was in Amy's house when we were making homes for Sonic characters. And I like using these Moschino dividers for a bunch of different things, but this breakfast bar is something I have found I just really like when I want to make something a little bit more unique in terms of how I'm cutting it off from other rooms. So we have this, and then what I'm thinking is we place a short little half wall under it. Okay, like so now we have this cute little kitchen cut off right here. For dining table, I think we can get a little bit more into the teal. Or what if we do this one that's kind of fun with just the teal runner? We could just do chairs like this that tie in with our seating over here. Here's the thing though, is this love seat does not match any of those greens. Okay, this one matches a little bit better, even though it has that wood trim. All right, so then this would be our loose Uranus kitchen, living, and dining. This is definitely quirky, but that's all right. So then I'll go in off camera and clutter it up. All cluttered, here is our ground floor for Uranus, and this is a weird looking build. I love the breakfast bar though. I think with the column it's really pretty. And then we just have the rest of our kitchen back here. Here's our living room area. And then I did just go through and clutter the entryway a little bit. And then back in this little side room, I just threw together a tiny little mini bathroom. Okay, and then out here, not a ton that needs to be done. I do just want to give this sim like a little art studio. So then we just have this cute little art area. I love that for them. And I'll throw our entryway together at the end, but we can come up this ladder here and we have this big area for our sim. All right, up here in the bedroom, maybe we could do this bed for Uranus. And I'm very happy that we chose one from high school years because high school years should in theory have a whole set of matching furniture if we like it. And speaking of high school years, I wanted to use this mirror even if we didn't use the rest of that furniture. Okay, I love this. And then we have this open like sea of space. I do want them to have a yoga mat. And let's just do something stupid weird. Like maybe they have the apothecary table and we can put the yoga mat here. Like this sim is quirky. Maybe they have a quirky little skill. Although I might make these white. And then out here, I mainly just kind of want this to be a hallway, although I do think it would be kind of cool, especially given the sim that I made for this room, to give them this big karaoke machine, and then maybe over here just like the big DJ booth. So like they have this zen side to them, but they also really like to party. Or maybe we can put the DJ booth back in here and do like a little dance floor out here, especially the see-through one. I think that's really cool. So then that will be our loose Uranus bedroom. So I will go in off camera and clutter it up. All right, and all cluttered up, here's our Uranus bedroom. I tried to add aspects of rebellion, but also keep it really just flowy and spacious. We've got like the little Zen corner over here with snowflakes because it's the ice planet. And then I just added a disco ball and things to this area. We threw together a tiny bathroom over here using this ugly bathroom set that I never use. Okay, and then moving on from Uranus, we can go to our final home, Neptune. Okay, so I know we gave one to Venus because it's hot, but I feel like Neptune also has this like aquatic energy. I feel like we could put a pool in here. Okay, so now we have a little pool here. This is going to, in theory, be our kitchen, living, and dining. It's a little wonky because we are on a diagonal, which I don't know why I do that because it just ruins everything. I love this kitchen set. I think we go with this. And for Neptune, I might go with like a weird fridge like this. We can do like an incredibly small island here. We can do dining room over here. And I love this table. And we can do these chairs. And then that will be our loose kitchen and dining room for Neptune. All cluttered up, here's our living room. I think this one might actually be my favorite. We've got the bubbles coming up from the table and our aquarium back here. We can come over here and do our living room. It's a little bit bigger. I think we for sure do the one with the blue behind it. I want to get our coffee table first because I want to do the one with the fish in it. For a sofa, I think we can just do something like cozy and casual. We don't have to go anything crazy with it. I'd love if we could do bookshelves on the side of the TV. And then this will be our loose Neptune living room. Actually, let's put the aquarium back here. So then this will be our loose living room for Neptune. I love the aquarium back there. And then I'll go through and add the clutter. So then here is kitchen and living and dining. I feel like it looks really polished and neat. I love the waterfall on the side. I think that's so gorgeous. So then we'll go up here. This is going to be our bedroom. We're obviously going to stay blue with our bed. Ooh, maybe this, like the darker blue. So maybe we just do a cute dresser like this. We can do the end tables that match the dresser. And then this will be our little loose Neptune bedroom. I'll go in and add clutter and definitely a lot of more water elements. And then here is our Neptune bedroom all put together. We've got the bubble wall over there and then just our little dresser over here. I did add a camera for a skill item and I threw together a bathroom with the little crystal shower. I think that turned out really nice. Okay, and then I did think it could be kind of funny to give Neptune the bubble blower. It's like bubbles, water, you know. And we could do these fun, like, seashell looking chairs. And this can just be like the bubble blower lounge room, I guess. And then I also want to come over here and do like a bathhouse. So I want there to be pegs for towels. I do think we could do a little table here and put like a bunch of towels and stuff on there. I think we could do like a little shower here before people get in the pool. So then I will go clutter up both our little bathhouse area as well as our bubble blowing lounge. All right, so here's our little bubble blower room. I added some camera clutter to go with our camera over there, and then just another little fountain. And then I also went together and just did like the slightest bit of cluttering here in our little pool room because this is where you get into the pool, and then we just have these UFO lights around. So then that's going to be it for our Neptune home. I did add a little porch furniture out there. So then we can come in and do our sun and moon little townhomes. All right, let's do this little moon side first. And this is for like, you know, maybe you want to come rent a room at the Planet Village, but maybe the budget's not like all it's cracked up to be. I feel like we can just go with this standard dream home decorator bed. And I feel like this mini fridge could be very the moon. We can throw a microwave on there. We can put a little TV on the wall so you can watch from bed. We're not going to put a bathroom in here, but I'm thinking if you're staying in the moon townhouse, you can come and use the Pluto public bathroom. And then we can have just like a table back here with like a little gray chair. We can throw a little table under here for some clutter. And then honestly, this is going to be it for our little moon townhome. It's really tiny, so I will go in and clutter after we do our sun home. I'm thinking we potentially use a ladder here to save us a little room because we don't have much. This is kind of our only area for a TV, honestly. So we can just do one of those and stick maybe like this season's love seat back here. Actually, for the sun, let's do this one. We can do this cute little paranormal table under here. Or actually, Honestly, let's do the city living table that has the fire because the sun is really hot. I feel like this back corner can be our kitchen here. And we can do these Simply Park shaker ones. And then we can do like a full-size fridge and oven over here. As far as eating, I think we do our dining room just smack dab in the center here. And maybe we do just like this high top yellow one. Or maybe this one is a little bit less aggressive. And for chairs, maybe we can do these cute like business and hobbies ones. And then this will be our kitchen living dining for our sun tiny home. It is definitely crowded, but we will make both of these work. We can then go upstairs though, and at least the son gets a bedroom. And I just went full throttle here with the wallpaper and flooring. I love this bed for the sun. We're definitely doing boom cube end tables. And like, I don't even want that many accent colors because the sun is just bright. Like it's just yellow. Maybe we'll do this one so the accents can be like the stuff that's inside of it. We have a wall where we could do like the illuminated mirror there. And then we can fit a skill item in here, which I wasn't expecting. We could maybe do like a bookshelf on one end, like maybe just these cabinet looking ones. So then this will be our loose sun bedroom. And I will just go in and clutter up every area of these two townhomes. So then all cluttered up, here is our super tiny moon townhome. Obviously I had to throw this lamp in there and we just have like the littlest amount of stuff and then a moon painting up here. Here's the downstairs of our sunroom. It's a little bit crowded, but I like that there's some fire going. I like that everything's very yellow. And then all cluttered up, here is our sun bedroom. It is bright in here. Like everything glows pretty much. Everything's bright yellow or orange. And we do have a little skill item back here so they can knit. And then we can come in and do our Pluto bathroom. I also just realized our sun townhome didn't have a bathroom. So I guess they are also going to use these Pluto ones. Okay, you know what we're going to do is we are going to do one stall and then over here, one sink. And there we've got our little Pluto bathroom. I'll go in and clutter up this bathroom and do final landscaping and then we will finish this build up. And then very minimal clutter here in the bathroom. I just like to add these little get to work items when it's a public restroom and our townhomes can use those. And then with the final landscaping and everything, this is going to be our completed interiors and exteriors for our Planet Village. Thank you guys so much for watching and let me know which home had your favorite aesthetic. I feel like mine's definitely Neptune, but I also was pleasantly surprised by Saturn. And if you like this video, feel free to leave a like or a comment and subscribe for more videos like these or to see my next video where we make Sims based on each of the planets. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.